everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place.stampinup.net, and we are here with card number 1 from our March's Hydrangen Heven class. Lost my train of thought there. Online class. So this is going to be card 1, and we are using the Hydrangen Heavens class. If you would like more information, in the description box below, there is my YouTube has it in the community page. Over my Facebook, they have it up on the, I think they changed it to status or something to that effect. Click on one of the little tabs at the top, and you will be able to find out all the information you need to know about my online classes. So let's get started. So for this one, we are going to be making this card right here. Isn't this a pretty cool card? I've never done a card like this. Bow's getting a little flat. But they call this the micromomatic, if I'm saying it right, type of card. I could be saying it, butchering it, sorry. But it's where everything that you use is the same color. Maybe the pearls aren't, but you know, everything pretty much in the bundle uses the same color. So that's what we're going to do for our card in this one today. So let's get started. What you need is you need a piece of an 11 by 4 1/4, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2 in the middle. And this paper is Gorgeous Grape. Okay, so let me put this right here. Got it lined up. I love this color too. Get our bone folder to get that nice and smooth and lay down flat edge there. Okay. Then you need another piece of, you need several pieces here. Let's get these out. We need our ribbon. There's about 15 inches of ribbon here to make our bow. This is what like you would get in the kit. And this one is for our stamping and die cutting, so we're going to put that one off to the side. This one is for our die cutting. You're going to get a piece of this wonderful, I don't even know what this paper is called. It is in the catalog. Let me get the catalog and I will let you know what that paper is called. Mercury glass. So it's from the Hydrangen Hill Mercury glass, and it's right here. And they have it in Roco Rose and Hydrangen Heather. I absolutely love this paper. So you'll have some of this, and then you will have a piece of this. For this piece, we didn't do anything to it. Now when I put mine down, when I made that card, I did not know there was a foam on the back, of like a clear protective sheet on the back of this, I guess, because it said to make sure you remove it. I didn't know it till I used it in another card, and to be honest with you, I can't even get it off. So I'm not even sure what it's supposed to do if you take it off, but I find that it's, oh, down here's a little piece. I know I didn't take it, oh, there we go. There we go. I know on my first one, I did not take it off. So, but there's this little protective foam on the back. I don't really know why you would have to take it off, but I didn't on my first one. So be it. So anyways, then I'm just going to add, oh, this is right to the end. Oh, first video and everything's falling apart. And then we're just going to put some of this on here, and sticking to me, and I just lined it up right to the edge of this. Well, I made it even, like I made a little, about 1/4 inch top, bottom, and on the side. Okay, so I did that. So before we get the die cutting machine out and everything, let's do some stamping. So on this one here, I went ahead and you used the same color, Gorgeous Grape, because we're doing this all in the same color. And you stamp this card up, or this stamp up in the Gorgeous Grape. Got a little ink there, but that's okay. and we're going to stamp this. I'm going to stamp it right off to the side over here. Stamp it down. I really need mostly the leaves, so if something else doesn't come out on it, okay, that's all right, because it's pretty much the leaves that I want. There we go. And then while we have it right here, we are going to stamp this little stamp that says, I appreciate all the little things you do for me. Got it upside down. I think I'm going to stamp that one up here, where I have a little bit more room. Okay, there we go. And we're done with all our stamping. That was pretty easy. So now we got to bring in the dies. So here I have the die cuts, and I'm going to need, I should have got these out. I'm going to need this die, and I need this little tiny one. And I need this die. So these are the 3 dies that we need. And I'm going to bring in the little, well, nope, the big guy. So I'm going to bring in the big guy. And I'm going to need platform 1, platform 2, and platform 3. And then we'll have another platform 3 here. So we're going to put this down. We're going to line this one up. And then get our tape right here. I'm more concerned about the leaves on this, but I'll try to line it all up, but I want to make sure my leaves are kind of the most important. Then up here I'm going to put this little stitched kind of framelit thing that it came in your little bundle. And I'm going to put that down. And I'm going to, hopefully it didn't move. I'm going to attach that. We're going to turn this sideways, and then I'm going to bring in this piece. And I'm going to lay this piece right on top of this. And I'm just going to add a little piece of there too, so that it doesn't move. Put my other platform on top, and we're going to crank it through. Okay. All done with this. Okay. And get this out, and the dog is barking, which means someone is here. This always happens when I'm videoing. Can never fail. I gotta do my videos like at midnight, I swear, when everybody's in bed. Okay everyone, so I'm back now from the dogs barking and everything, so we can get this out of the way. And we have this. Now what I did was, this is just a cutout. It doesn't really cut all these flowers out, which I think is so pretty. I just took and kind of pulled what ones of these that I kind of wanted, pushed them up, like used my finger in the back. Probably should start towards the center more. And I'm just pushing them up like this. And I'll go ahead and do this, and I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and did that and got it up the best I can. You can, because every time I touched it, I would put one down. You can kind of fiddle with it more once you put it on the actual card. So I'm going to leave that sitting aside. All I did was I took the other piece of Gorgeous Grape that we had in the pack, and I took our curvy dies. Now, you did not have to buy the curvy dies to do this, but I know the ladies that are in the group already had this bundle. So just use your curvy dies, and we're going to be using the pretty like scalped one that looks like this. and we are going to be cutting this out just along the edge. So I've gone ahead and I put it in here, and we can bring in the little guy this time. And you're going to need platform 1, platform 2, and remember, offset these when you use this one because it just makes it go through a lot easier. And then platform 2, and we're going to roll this through just like this. Okay. Here we are, and then we'll peel this off. And this is the piece that we're left with. Take your little pokey tool. If a lot of these didn't come out, and just poke these out. You can use your brush tool. There's not a whole lot here, so I just found it easier just to do this with the pokey tool than to get the whole brush thing out. But when there's lots, the brush thing definitely, or more delicate parts. So we're just going to have that curve. It doesn't matter if it's wider, lower, whatever you want, however you want to put it in. They're probably not all going to be the same, but that's okay. Oops, I just dropped that. So, all right, so now we can put this card together a little bit more. So now we're going to take this, and we are going to place this right down here on the card. It looks like I have to trim this one a little bit. So we will trim. Alrighty, I'll make sure your guys' is cut at 5 1/4. Alright, yes. So then this fits right on here, just like this. And you make sure you leave just your little bit here and a little bit along the bottom. It's probably hard to see, but that's just base and everything. And make sure you have your marks going. There we go. That looks pretty good. And whoops, I got it a little bit crooked down here. I don't know if I can save it or not. Let's see. At the bottom it went crooked on me. The minute I let go of it. It's usually how it happens. Okay, I got the bottom good. There we go. Alright, there we go. So you just put it down. Now, like, if you look at this one, the curve is not as wide down here. So it all depends on how you put if you put it more of a curve this way, then the curve would have been out a little less. It all depends on how you put your wavy curve on. So that all depends on that. So now I'm going to be putting on my flower. So I'm going to put it on just like this. It is going to be a little bit tighter on this one because of the fact, like I said, it all depends on how you put the curve on. I've just turned my curve just a little bit too much, but it's okay. It'll work. And then we're just going to stick this right down right here. I'm going to have it up a little bit. I think I'm going to have it up and let this overlap. I like that better than the flower overlapping up there. There we go. Just like that. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to take some liquid glue. I found this to be easiest. Before we put the liquid glue down, I like to kind of see where this lines up at. And it's right there because it matches right over top of that. I'm going to flip this over, and I'm just going to put glue just here or there. I'm not putting it all over just a little bit here, a little bit there. That I got a little bit too much, so I'm going to grab some of that and spread it around. There we go. I'm going to flip it back over. And we'll line up our little spots again. So it goes right over top of this. And then just find some areas. Maybe take your pokey tool because it might be easier. and push down. Pull up some of those ones that you want to be sticking up as you're holding down. It's easier to do it like this with your pokey tool a little bit. If you can't get one, it doesn't all have to be up. I just liked them up on mine, so that's kind of what I did. But if you're going to mail this, they'll probably end up going, some of them will end up going down flat, so you may just want to leave them that way. But I liked a little bit of a dot, you know, raised. And I'm only raising these in case I got some glue on them. They'll raise up now before they get all pushed down. This would be a cute hand it card too, to hand it to somebody if you didn't want to do this. So there you go. I think that's good. Oh, I got a couple up here that are kind of down. Maybe it's just my angle, because they're sitting up very quickly. Could just be the angle I'm at. And there we go. So I like this. There we go. So we have that. So now we're going to take and we're going to put our little greeting right here. And I'm just going to take some dimensionals. And I'm just going to get a couple of them. Put one right here. And one right here. And we're going to put our dimensionals on this. Or on that. And then we'll put this right across here. That looks good. And then we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to make a bow. I just wrap it around like making a knot. And then I just fiddle with the bow. I just keep pulling it back and forth until I get the bow where I like it. Like that. And then I'm going to trim my ribbon. You can just leave this long and don't have to glue it down, make it but I like to glue it. I like to give it that little bit of, or pop dot it down. And I might trim this again after. I have to decide. I don't like to trim it too short, because then I have to decide where do I want the dot. Because I don't want it right on the end, the glue dot. I think I want this one up here. None of them are going to be the same, and we'll trim that one. And so I kind of want this one right about there too. I don't put them on the end because I know I'm going to be trimming it. So I'm going to put this one, give it a little bit of an oomph. Little bit. I'll put that one there. I'm going to trim this one first so that I know how short I want the other one. And I just caught that one. And since that is crooked because of the way I caught it, I'm going to trim it a little bit more. Okay. I actually think I'm going to tuck this one underneath the greeting thing there. And this one I'm going to trim. There we go. So I like that. It's coming along quite nicely. All right, let's put our cap back on our glue before we... Now we need to get some pearls. You're going to get 20 pearls. Now they'll be all in a little nice little package here, but I'm just using up some pearls that I have, trying to get some of these little pearls that I have everywhere. So I'm just going to use a bunch of them up and get them on here. And what I did was I took and put, okay, I don't know, tweezers, I guess, tweezers. And I put one pearl on every little dot. we go. And that is what I did to this card. So this is card 1 of our online class for the month of March. Okay, I'll be back with card number 2. Bye-bye.